First of all, let you see our view in front of us. So, beach is a little dirty, but that's okay. This is high tide, believe it or not. It's Filipina's phone. This is high tide, so the water is just right here by us. We were able to walk close to the edge over here to come up here. But another couple hours, this water will be way out there, and you can walk right out there on the beach. So high tide is what it's like. And we're here against the kind of breakwater, I guess you could say. Maybe the breakwater. I'm not sure what to call it. Wall.
So guys,
Show you.
for today's video, we're going to expose scammers.
But not
It's not a Filipino.
not the Filipina kind. It's a foreigner kind.
Foreigner. Yeah.
Filipina came across a really interesting story, and it's a foreigner, apparently, we'll say allegedly, because we only know according to what we're reading, so we don't,
Yeah.
I guess, 100% know. We want to say
There's
that up
two
front.
sides of story.
So allegedly, according to this story that Mahal found on Facebook, it's a foreigner guy who's scamming a Filipina.
Yeah.
I'll let you tell it.
Yeah. So I will read the whole article. Yes, this is from the Dumaguete Expat Group. And then, according to the Filipina, okay, this is it. She asked permission to post. Can I post about a foreigner scammer who came to the Philippines and used a Filipina for free cooking, laundry, grocery shopping, cleaning, and even as a performer and blank worker, SAX, worker at night. He used her credit card for groceries and has not paid for 5 months.
Well, I found a little odd. I mean, he had the credit card, and
Yes.
he used her credit card.
Yes,
That's so different for me.
yes. And then, he's leaving the Philippines and moving to another place, so he made up a story about the Filipina having issues to justify breaking up with her. He manipulated and gaslighted her to make her believe she was the guilty one. He used her as a free mate without any pay or allowance, and she had to serve him and his 2 children.
How old were the kids? Do you know?
I don't know.
You're not sure.
And where's it? He then bought a ticket for another woman to follow him to Thailand,
Oh.
while he still owes money to a woman with a career in Manila who decided to join him in Dumaguete, leaving her with 2 children and no money. He kicked her out without giving her a single peso. I have all the conversations and screenshots about this issue. Ladies, be careful. Don't let people with no morals take advantage of us in our own country. Don't be like me. I'm that woman. So, the woman who... Not me, ah.
Yeah, we're reading from the phone. It's like keep showing the phone.
Not me. Yeah. I just read the whole context.
It's called the
I want to
Dumaguete
post his
Expat.
face, her for awareness. I wish I had reported him right away so he could be blocked from entering the Philippines.
This is a Dumaguete
Expat
Expat
group.
group. Oh,
Yeah.
Dumaguete Expat group. So you can go see that comment yourself. But we're
Yeah.
just when she read it, showed it to me, I'm like, wow, a lot of people won't read that. So why don't we just talk about it in the video so we can make people aware of it? Not everybody reads that. Like I don't read it. She told me about it. So I'm like, it's kind of like the flip-flop situation that we hear a lot about. So we hear a lot about Filipinas scamming foreigners, but here we have a foreigner, it seems like, allegedly scamming a Filipina. So what do you think about that?
Guys, one thing. If I have a credit card, I will never use my credit card to finance my foreigner. Sorry, mahal.
It's okay. I'm having trouble doing it myself. I wouldn't expect you to do it either. That's-
Like, I'm really just so sad for her.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she posted a picture too of the guy. We're not going to show it
Yes,
because you know
yes.
we don't have all the details
I
really. But
visited her account and then she only posted her, the foreigner.
it's just
So,
a picture of her and
yeah.
her foreigner, and they seem happy in the picture. I don't know what happened. Well, I guess they do, according to what she said. Yeah.
And now she's back in Manila working again. At least she worked again.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's something though, man. I don't know. I'm kind of speechless about it, really. Because, you know, I guess from my point of view, it's like, I'd like to have a lot more to take care of you. I feel bad with my insufficiencies right now, let alone someone just taking advantage.
Yes.
I can't even imagine coming over here trying to take advantage of you. Like, say you had a little more or something and just trying to lift. I mean, I made a joke. I told her, this reminded me, I said, of a joke. And when we're in LDR, a long distance relationship, I said, Mahal, when I come over there, I said, how are you going to support me? It was a joke, okay? But this guy did it for real. So I'm like, what?
Yeah, because we're expecting, at least, we're expecting that the foreigner who came here, they have money to provide for themselves and for the Filipina. We're expecting that. And it's really a red flag to us if we are the one who finance our foreigner. Like,
That's weird anyway.
yeah.
It's
And
weird.
guys, you should be careful because also foreigner are the easiest target to some scammers also. Yeah, because once you are guilty with BAUSI, like domestic violence or emotional trauma, yeah, you can get easily be deported.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And who wants to get deported from such a beautiful country? I don't
Yeah.
know. It's so beautiful here. Oh, I love this place so much. And, you know, I'm reminded of something I said on another video that I've heard other people say about sometimes bloggers or vloggers, they sugarcoat the Philippines too much. Again, they say too many nice things. But you know what? It's a beautiful place. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. And in my opinion, it is a beautiful place. Oh my goodness. We lived in Mindanao for about a year and a half. We're in Dumaguete now. It's a beautiful place here. We're right by the ocean. And oh my goodness, this is so pretty. It's so beautiful. The water is warm. The air is warm. We're sitting in a little bit of shade here. You go visit different parts of the town and city, whatever. It's just beautiful. What do you need to sugarcoat? It's really nice.
Yeah.
Does that ever bother you when you hear someone talking about like these vlogger people? They just sugarcoat the Philippines. Like, does that bother you at all?
No.
Or what do you think about it?
No.
Or is it true in your opinion?
For me, whatever, it's your own opinion. But Philippines is really a nice place. We love the Philippines.
Yeah.
It's just that as a Filipino, we don't have much money here. That's why we prefer to choose working outside the Philippines.
Yeah, and their intent, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think your intent mainly is to work outside, build up enough to be able to retire back home in your home country, right?
We still want to retire here in the Philippines, not outside.
Yeah. So it's all about just trying to get enough to come back
Yeah.
home again.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I guess back to the topic of the guy scamming the Filipina. It's just a terrible situation.
Yeah.
And from what you read there, he's running off to another country with another woman.
Yeah, you know what? This is for the awareness of Filipina. You will know, you can sense once the foreigner is just using you. Yeah, because a good foreigner will provide everything and also look for your future. Yeah, and he will see to it that you have a future to each other, not just using you for their pastime when they get bored, and after that look for another option.
In our,
You will know.
in our situation, they go broke, loving each other.
Yeah.
I'm not running off to Thailand with someone else. That seems so silly.
Yeah, it's kind of I can't imagine that some foreigners are doing like that.
Yeah, that's unthinkable, unimaginable. I don't know what the words are. No words, really. It's just a terrible situation. Of course, I guess we don't know all the story. We're just reading from what, Filipina read there online. But according to that, if you take it verbatim, it seems like on the surface, it's a terrible situation for sure.
Yes. And also, maybe she decided to, or maybe she already moved on. That's why she decided to post it, and she realized that she was scammed. Because sometimes if you are blinded by love, you don't realize that you were scammed. You get scammed because you love him, and you just did everything. You provide everything without realizing that it's not good for your.
I'm curious. Like when you read something like that, it's it's pretty scary, really, if you think about it. Like, does that ever make you even like think twice about me? I'm just curious. Like, I don't mean to stir you up or anything like that, but does it make you think twice about me? Because I mean, you're saying, okay, well, she at one point really liked the guy too, right? Like, do you think like that too?
No.
Well, what's the difference? I wonder.
I don't have credit cards.
Well,
That's why
I mean, the situation is different that way, I guess.
Yeah,
But
yeah. And even before, I don't have credit cards. Yeah. Because before I met him, as much as possible, I don't want to have a debt.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It just occurred after.
It just happened. When you want to take a risk, you have to accept everything. You have to accept what comes in the
Yeah.
future.
When you love each other, you just go to,
Yeah.
you get in debt.
Because even Filipino, if you are in a relationship with Filipino, I don't think so that there's like couple that they don't have debt. No.
It happens.
Yeah, I don't have debt because I'm single. Before I met him. Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty break even. Like I wasn't rich and I wasn't like poor. I was just at the break even mark. I had enough to get by, but I wasn't like in debt as such.
Yeah, we're in the same situation.
Yeah, really we were.
You have a son, I have a son that
Yeah.
I supported
Yeah.
every month.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're the same.
And now we're still
We
the
meet in the
same.
middle and now we're drowning in debt.
Yeah. But by the grace of God, we'll get out of it.
Yes,
Not really sure
God
how
will
yet.
provide. Yeah. And I don't think like I don't every time I read some articles about foreigners and Filipina situation, I never compare our situation to them. It's just like we're doing it for content purposes and for the awareness for everybody. Yeah, our opinion. Yes.
That's I mean, it's a good, like I guess, a warning to Filipinas to be aware, right? Because you have to be careful. I mean, both sides got to be careful, but you don't usually hear this side, so that's why we thought we talked about it. At least presented the story as she read it out to you, just present it and make it aware. Make you aware of it. It seems to me unusual. It seems unusual.
Yes, it's very good. Anyway, he's not already in the Philippines. He's in Thailand right now.
Yeah. So can anybody actually, like from your point of view, knowing how things work here, can anybody actually do anything to catch him and do anything? Or is that just like, oh, well, it happened? And like, how does that work? If he's actually gone out of the country now?
No, maybe you just reported him in the Bureau of Immigration. So once he go back in the Philippines, in the airport, they will check his, status.
Right. But if he doesn't come back here, probably
no
nothing
problem.
will happen.
Yeah, nothing will happen if he will not come back. But if he will come back here and the Filipina reported him in the immigration, it's questionable if the immigration will let him enter the Philippines or just A to A travel, airport to airport.
Yeah. Anyway, kind of a weird situation. We thought we'd let you know about it and be careful on both sides, But that was an odd one.
Yeah.
So, anything else you want to say, or will we wrap up?
Just guys, if you feel like if you feel uncomfortable before meeting that guy, don't meet them. No, don't just, because some of the Filipino also, they were so excited that they talk a foreigner online, and they even blinded. They cannot even think properly because they were excited to meet up without knowing um,
I
not
don't.
knowing that a certain guy, because sometimes like you're so excited, like just like for example in us, and before I meet you, I don't feel comfortable with the foreigner that I talked before you, and then when I'm talking to you, I feel comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was going to say I don't fully get the excitement of the
you're
Filipina.
excited with me.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Let me finish. Oh, so I don't fully get the excitement of a Filipina towards the foreigner. Like, because I mean, if you date a Filipino and you're dating a foreigner, I mean, like,
See.
what's the difference of the excitement factor? Like this, like I don't fully get the excitement factor as such. You know, just another guy you're going to date or something. I mean, as opposed to. You could be dating a Filipino, and then all of a sudden you're dating a foreigner. But what's the big deal?
Yeah.
It's just another guy.
Yeah.
So and then you say they get caught up in the excitement because it's a foreigner. Like, what's the excitement?
The excitement was because sometimes they even think that, oh, I hit the jackpot.
The money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the money. It's always the money.
It's sad.
Yes, and we can't avoid that, Mahal. We really can't avoid that.
I gotta say, from my perspective, and maybe I'm just, I don't know, it's stupid. Maybe stupid is the word. But like from my perspective, when I was initially checking out the Philippines and had the thought, and just before I even met you, just thinking about it, I never had that thought in my head at all. Oh, they want my money. Maybe a lot of foreigners are stupid like me, but
It's
honestly, I never had that thought in my head.
Because you never get scammed. And also, for me, before I meet you, and there's one also foreigner that he really wants to meet me after a few months of communication online. And he really booked hotel in Hong Kong because of the travel purposes, business purposes. Yeah, it's just like a bonus that he is looking for a Filipina. And he just stayed for, I guess, 2 weeks in Hong Kong. Yeah. But I back out because I'm not comfortable to meet him.
And then I think that's a lot of God working in you too. We always try to mention God in our videos because it's core to our relationship. But I think, what do you think? I think it's maybe God in your spirit,
Yes,
letting
I guess.
You know?
It's because I don't want seasonal relationship.
Yeah.
Short-term relationship. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because my mind is crazy. So say for example, I have negative thoughts before meeting that person. What if he's a womanizer? What if he gets sick? Because I even told him, "Are you healthy?" Like I mean, like how many women did you? I even asked that. I'll never forget that. That are you healthy? Or I'm not saying that. Yeah, it's not a problem to me if he has rheuma or arthritis. What I mean is like,
That's how I took it.
no.
That's what I thought you meant. Well, I was thinking I did have some kidney stone problems.
No, like sexually healthy. Exactly. That's my mind is always like that. Yeah. So I
got no green things hanging from me.
I don't feel embarrassed. I asked him that are you healthy? Like inside what I mean, not like blood pressure, yeah, just sexually healthy.
Next topic.
I know he doesn't like this kind of topic, but it's reality. Yeah. Sometimes you don't like to hear what's the reality outside world. Yeah, but you have to accept that. Because I'm really upfront. Because for me, I don't have any guys. So why should I go into a foreigner who is like into so many women? What if I get sick after? What if he will leave me after? No.
Well, the good clue to someone who's like that are the guys listening to advice from other YouTubers that say, come over here first and date around with everybody to find out which one is the best. And that's
Yeah.
a good clue. So
Yeah.
I committed to you right online, which
Yeah.
everyone said not to do. And I stayed true to you, not even looking for no one else
Yes.
when I came over here. So that's a big difference.
Yeah.
You know, I think there are
And-
some telltale signs.
Yeah, it's really, common here. And especially you have to protect also yourself, especially your health. Because if you're just go with the flow, happy go lucky, and date a lot of women without knowing that they're already contaminated. Sorry for the word. But it's a reality because even if you Google here in the Philippines, the infected, HIV infected, is never going down. It's always goes up.
That's not how some of these YouTube channels actually still exist. I mentioned this before, but I was watching until I realized what the guy was more about. But I was watching one guy, and he was videotaping everything, on his travels. But it was like girl after girl after girl with like a mission to find the best girl,
Yes,
and that girl was okay. But he talked a little more intimate than what I'm saying, and I'm thinking this is gross. And so then I only started watching certain topics, like if he talks about something I was
Yes.
interested in, like maybe this place or that place or the money or something like that. And then eventually I just stopped watching them all together. I haven't watched them forever. But, there's people doing that like on their channel. So and I think those are the guys you got to watch out for. Not someone who commits online and says,
Yeah, you have to careful. Yeah.
and which is all another point as well, which a lot of people argue against us, saying you shouldn't commit online. We have the opposite opinion, at least I do. You can tell me if you still have the same opinion, but I think it's one of the best things because when you get to know the person, I don't mean to jump into it. You got to talk back and forth. And from our opinion, you also got to pray and ask God for wisdom and things like that too. But through it all of asking a lot of questions, talking about everything, your hopes, your dreams, your plans, your future, what your life is about, what your life was about, and then praying about it all. I think you can, with a rational brain you got, make a decision. I really do. And that's what we did. And, if there's something really, really tragic when you come together and you meet, well, you always got the option to opt out. But I never felt that way anyway, because I felt like you were true to your word. You were a true person. I knew I was telling the truth to you.
Yeah,
So
me too.
when I got here, it was just a little awkwardness because it was face to face. You can touch each other, and it was a little awkward that way for the first day. But then you got back to realizing who you both are and who you were last, 10 months talking to each other.
Mhm.
And the rest is history. So, yeah, I think you can really commit online if you really get to know the person enough. And I think through prayer, I always add that because I think that's just as true. So
Yeah.
tell me what you think. Something growing on me.
I agree with you. Because just like I keep repeating this story of mine, like before I met him, I met a guy who's at least he's really upfront to me. Like he said, I always see the girls, yeah, and then we have a few drinks, and he always hang out with girls because he has a business. Yeah, and I even told him that, okay, as long as you can wait me for 2 years. I said, yeah. But he said that, 2 years? I don't think so. But I will try. Yeah, but you just missed the opportunity. What I offer is really great for you. Then I say, nah. I just say no. I'm not comfortable.
Well, it sounds like he was kind of giving you a love business deal.
Exactly. The offer,
weird.
it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me, I said, I have work, so I can buy myself flowers. I can buy
Sometimes.
my own coffee.
Sometimes she does that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because this is a funny experience when I was in Hong Kong. It's just that some of my friends, they they always want me to dress properly and put a light makeup and draw some of my eyebrow and put lipstick, something like that, like a light makeup. And then when I do that, I am with my friend and someone approached us, and one is the Filipino and one is a foreigner. And the Filipino approached us like, is it okay that my friend here, he wants to invite you guys for a coffee? And then what I say is, I can buy myself, I can buy coffee to my own. Sorry.
He's feisty.
Yeah. Like the Filipino guy, like, okay. No, you can buy my coffee. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of our video for today. We started off just giving a little bit of a warning, I guess, to both sides, especially the Filipina, because it was an odd sort of a story and talked about other things. But that's how we do our channel. We just sit down and talk about issues and topics. So we thank you for hanging in with us this long. It's kind of like 26 or 27 minutes now, but we just kind of hang out with you, kind of, virtually. Some people say, you're boring, and they type it like that. Boring. That's okay. That's what we do. So if you like us, we appreciate your thumbs up. And if you don't, there's always another video to watch somewhere. In fact, the people who tell us we're boring, you may want to go check out the videos that have millions of views, by the way. Not hundreds like us, but millions of views. One is grass growing and watching grass grow, and the other one is watching paint dry. So you can find those videos on YouTube. I'm not kidding. They have millions, probably 10 million or something views. So if you think we're boring, go watch those channels.
God bless everyone.